North Kansas City is one of the Kansas City Metro's most desirable locations to live in because of its proximity to everything. Downtown, you can get up to the Northland. It's right in the middle of all the action. And today we're gonna explore 3 homes in North Kansas City and end up right back here on this beautiful home on the market right now. You're not gonna wanna miss it, so stick around until the very end. But first, we're gonna show you everything that North Kansas City has to offer. Before we get to that beautifully remodeled home that we started at, we are gonna check out this awesome home right in the heart of North Kansas City. And something about this location is gonna really surprise you, and it could be either a really good thing or a really bad thing, so keep on watching till the end. We'll show you, but come on inside and you'll see a lot of these homes in North Kansas City have a really nice porch area. If you're looking around, you can see that they have an enclosed porch down there. They have an open porch. There's a couple enclosed porches on the other side of the street. This is kind of one of the only areas in the Northland that I would say has kind of a front porch culture. What I've heard said before that I think is really interesting is that if you live in the suburbs of Kansas City, you have kind of a back porch culture. Basically, people kind of keep to themselves. They go to their backyards, they enjoy their backyards, but nobody really comes out front. Okay, South Kansas City, I would say just living down there myself near the Midtown area, there's more of a front porch culture where people are kind of out there sitting on their front porches, enjoying their front lawn, seeing what's going on. I would say this is one of the only locations that's in the Northland that is kind of a front porch culture. You have a lot of people out and about. You have a lot of people just sitting on their front porches, enjoying the beautiful spring day and just kind of connecting with each other. So I think for community, if you're looking for that, North Kansas City is an awesome place to check out. As we come inside, we can see this front porch is actually really charming. It wasn't always enclosed, but as they enclosed it, they did a really good job. And immediately you could probably hear, even with the acoustics of the video, just stepping out of the wind makes such a big difference. So coming in here, you've got this really nice, newer porch swing. Now, one interesting thing about porch swings is they're not always considered real estate. They're not always considered real property. It depends on how they're fastened. So let me tell you a quick story. One of the first houses that I sold when I was really green in real estate and didn't really know anything, I was representing the seller, and the seller took their porch swing and the buyer was demanding that we returned it because of how the porch swing was attached to the house. So if you want to get specific and granular about your real estate transactions in Kansas City, give us and our team a call, 816-4-MOVE-KC. We eventually work through that little hiccup with that buyer and seller with the porch swing. I won't tell you how it ends. You have to call us if you want to find out how that story ends. But 816-4-MOVE-KC will help you because you need somebody in your corner who knows exactly what needs to stay and what needs to go in a real estate transaction. We almost got in a huge kerfuffle over that one. But with this porch swing, I would imagine that this one probably stays with the property. Come inside and you're gonna see a nicely finished, well decorated and pretty large living room in this area. In North Kansas City, the houses are just a little bit smaller than you're gonna find in other places in the metro, but people wanna be here because of the proximity to downtown and other things. It's super close to Armour Road, which is a great attraction that we're gonna see later. It's super close to the Iron District. It's also very much accessible to the Northland. Now, you've heard me say North Kansas City and Northland. If you live in Kansas City, if you're gonna move to Kansas City, you need to get the distinctions clear. North Kansas City is a complete entire municipality within the Kansas City Metro. It's completely annexed by Kansas City. So if you go up, you're back in Kansas City. If you go down south, you're back in Kansas City, but you're completely surrounded by Kansas City. So North Kansas City in its municipality, I even read an article on a local Kansas City newspaper that says North Kansas City has either a subsidy or actually pays the utility bills in terms of the internet bills of some of its residents. So I don't want to promise that in a video, but I definitely read that. And I asked one of my clients who moved to North Kansas City if it's true, and he hasn't gotten back to me yet. So we'll see. I don't know. I might pin a comment down below if I ever do find out, get to the bottom of that. Now, again, back to this living room. Again, that's the difference between the Northland, which is basically everything on the Missouri side north of the river, and then North Kansas City, which is a city that we are in right now, its own separate municipality. So coming to this kitchen, it's a pretty expansive kitchen. You've got nicer granite countertops, beautiful white cabinets that make the kitchen look nice, fresh, and modern. And then this is cool here. Come over here and take a look. You've got a dedicated coffee bar area for you coffee aficionados and fanatics. My wife is trying to get me into coffee a little bit more. She's been noticing like when coffee is good or when coffee is bad, and she's been saying like, why don't we get like a nicer coffee machine? And I have no desire to get into yet another thing that's gonna cost me a lot of money, because I've seen how much some of these coffee machines cost. It's super expensive. You can get all these, I don't know. I don't even know the terms yet, okay? But if you watch this video in the future and you see me talking about coffee like I know what I'm talking about, you know that I've fallen trap to what my wife, the trap my wife is laying, okay? Trying to get me into coffee.
This is the worst.
I don't know if I wanna get into coffee yet. We basically just drink the Costco stuff, which she says is not good, but it's totally fine for me, okay? This is obviously the place for your fridge. And then we're gonna go check out the bedrooms because, like I said, there's a big pro or con to this house that I'm gonna save until the end of this tour. So let's go to the bedroom first. Now with this bedroom, you've got, with smaller houses in North Kansas City, you've also got kind of smaller bedrooms. This would be perfect for a twin size bed. Queen is probably the biggest, especially with all the doors open. I don't think you could put a king size bed in here comfortably. Now you can, if you want to, anything is possible, right? I think Kevin Garnett said that after the Boston Celtics beat my Los Angeles Lakers in the 2008 championship.
That's random.
I don't know if it is possible to actually fit a king size bed in this location. Let's come through here. Of course, you can see over there, you've got your closet, and then it's a Jack and Jill type of bathroom. This is the only bathroom that is in this entire home. So you're gonna see that there are some compromises, but the price, I haven't told you the price of this house yet either. I think the price is actually pretty good for what you're getting in this location. So come through this bathroom, and then you're gonna see this is another bedroom, but what's unique about this bedroom is, why don't you come over here and I'll stand over here, and then let me reveal this to you here. Look, what's unique about this bedroom is that you actually do your laundry right here. So do you want to do your laundry in your second bedroom? That's really up to you, for you to decide, but you have your laundry hookup, your washer and your dryer. It's an electric dryer. So, I mean, do you want to do laundry in a bedroom? One plus is that if you have your clothes right there, toss them in the washer, put them right back, easy, right? Let's go downstairs to the basement. Let me show you what a basement in a North Kansas City house looks like. So we come downstairs. These stairs are pretty steep, so you're gonna have to watch your step. If you need a little bit of assistance, or maybe you're a little bit older, this would not be the home for you because of the fact that down here is all your storage. This is where you're gonna be putting most of your stuff. Now, what's nice is that the laundry has been moved upstairs, because before the laundry was over here. So this was the laundry, it's just been moved upstairs, and a lot of people have been doing that just for accessibility. But down here, I mean, this basement, I don't know, comment below, do you think this basement is in good shape? Because sometimes people will say, this basement's terrible, this basement's horrible. This basement is actually in pretty good shape for a basement in North Kansas City for its age. Okay, this is a much, much older home. This is coming up to, 100 years old. So this is really old and pretty good condition for something that is that old. Hey, before we move back upstairs and check out the crazy pro or crazy con about this North Kansas City house, it would mean a lot to me if you enjoy this video, if you like it, and if you would subscribe to our channel, because it definitely helps YouTube push this video out to different people who are relocating to Kansas City. So if you have a moment, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Let's go upstairs and check out the big pro or big con of this home. So come on. We're gonna head out to the back deck where you can see there's a couple of things that make this home either really desirable or really undesirable, depending on who you are. The first thing, I would say, let's start with the good news first, right? The good news is that you've got this massive deck that's brand new. You can see the wood is great. It probably needs some type of varnish or some type of protection with it, but this wood is great. The other pro is that's Armour Road right there. We mentioned Armour Road. It's right down here. All the things that you want to do in North Kansas City are probably within walking distance. The con is really up to you. Do you think it's a con that you've got a parking lot basically in your backyard, and then right over there you got a Sinclair's, which is a gas station? I didn't know what Sinclair's was before I moved to Kansas City. It's a gas station. You got a Quick Trip right over there. I mean, you're really gonna have to decide, do you want more privacy? I don't know if you can hear this. I don't know if the mic is actually catching this, but there's quite a bit of road noise because Armour Road is a very, very busy road. Now, the last thing I want you to notice about this house is this mudroom. So you probably would park in the back where we just were, come on inside, and then you could drop your shoes here. I mean, look, you've got, 12, 15 pairs of shoes, places for pairs of shoes here. You've got places to hang up your coat. This is a pretty big mudroom. I would say even in some new builds, you don't have a mudroom as big as this one. So that's a really, really nice feature. So with all of these features, what would you think you would pay for this home? Because this is on the market right now for $265,000. So if you want this home, give us a call, 816-4MOVE-KC. Now, we saw Armour Road, it's right off the back. Speaking of Armour Road, let's go down Armour Road and let's check out everything that Armour Road has to offer. So we are down on Armour Road. This is one of the epicenters for North Kansas City activities, for things to do. We actually used to go to church right down there. We're actually gonna head down there in a little bit, but this is kind of the entryway into North Kansas City. Unofficially, North Kansas City is kind of all around, but got a Hawaiian Bros right there. If you haven't had Hawaiian Bros, it's our actually a local company started Hawaiian Bros, started in Kansas City, and then now it's going out to Texas, going to a whole bunch of different locations. But Hawaiian Bros is really good Hawaiian food. They've got some like really good chicken plates, all of that stuff. So that's a great location to eat. The person who actually founded Hawaiian Bros used to go to our church. So when we went to church over here at Emmaus, they gave us like a bunch of free vouchers for food after church one day, and we just went ham at Hawaiian Bros. So that's really fun. Let's head a little bit further down Armour Road and check out the rest of what Armour Road has to offer. So we did come down in order to watch a few movies during the pandemic to try to, keep them in business and do what we could because we wanted to support local businesses. Across the street, I mean, you've got plenty of places to eat. First Watch, we used to go there right after church. Jimmy John's was always a favorite, but you've got some more like kind of boutique places. You've got a couple pubs and bars down there. So there's Post Coffee right down the street over there. So you can see it's a really cute little downtown-ish, small town, downtown, old town looking area with a lot of brick buildings and a lot of things to do. And a lot of these houses that we're showing you are right near Armour Road. So if you can get down here, there's plenty of things to do, plenty of things to see. You can watch it, you can catch a movie, you can go eat somewhere, and all of this for a pretty affordable price in the Kansas City Metro. This awesome artwork behind me is in the Iron District. The Iron District is a local place in North Kansas City where you can eat, and it's kind of like a mixture of, like those festivals where you have a whole bunch of food trucks all sitting around and then a courtyard where you eat in the middle. That's basically what the Iron District is. Come over here and you can see what I mean. It's closed right now, but you can come down here when it's open and you can eat at any one of these different areas. You can get dessert, there's breakfast for dinner, there's a clothing shop here. So this is a really cool place to come if you live in North Kansas City and you want something to eat, and maybe you're not sure of what you want to eat and you want a whole bunch of choices that you can't get anywhere else. Come down here and you can definitely get almost anything that you want. Now, another thing I want to mention is, first, take a look. You can kind of see it right there, but there's the downtown skyline. I've mentioned before in this video that North Kansas City is 10 minutes, maybe sooner, to downtown. It's very, very close to downtown. Also, a lot of North Kansas City is very, very industrial. There are tons of railroads coming right through North Kansas City. If you didn't know, Kansas City was a rail hub back in the day, and it actually still is. There's still an Amtrak running through Kansas City. There's still tons of trains that come through Kansas City proper and North Kansas City. So it's very industrial, but there is a really cool area called the Rabbit Hole. It's a children's museum that just opened, I think last year, but basically it's, you visit it with, obviously with your kids, and it has stories that kind of come to life, right? You have like a Curious George exhibit, and you have Frog and Toad and all of those cool kinds of things. So you definitely want to check that out if you're in North Kansas City. I can see if you live in North Kansas City that you want to get a pass so that you can visit it anytime. Now, let's go to another home in Kansas City, in North Kansas City, and this one is gonna need a little bit of work, so let's check it out. This is a super popular style of home. This is in the Tudor style, and you can tell by the point. These are also very popular all across South Kansas City, in the Waldo area, in the Brookside area. These are very desirable. And North Kansas City is one of the only places in the Northland that you can find Tudor style homes. So let's go check out this one. This one is on the market right now, and it does need a little bit of work. So if you're gonna buy it, you're gonna need some TLC, but come with me and you're gonna see that the prime location of this area, in fact, all of North Kansas City is pretty prime location. But this home has a ton of character. We're just waiting for you to bring it out, but you will have to put some work into it. Notice the door. This is just an awesome door. And what I like about these Tudors is you come into this entryway as you close this door, and you have kind of a portion before you actually enter. I mean, you're in the home now, but you have a portion before you get into your living room for coat storage. You could put a couple plants in here, really whatever you want. So move to the living room, and you have a pretty sizable living room for this age of home. The floors in here are just fine, but as you'll see when we get into the kitchen and when we get to other areas of the home, this home does definitely need some love. You have this fireplace, and I'll tell you, just based on experience, many fireplaces in Kansas City, people don't keep them active and keep them working. This is a wood burning fireplace. I would imagine that you would probably need to do some work in this as well in order to get it actually safe for use, because a lot of the times the flues, if they aren't maintained, they can crack, they can chip, and then you're gonna be sending hot embers up into the space between the flue and your chimney, and that can be really dangerous for a fire risk. Turn around and you'll notice that you've got these awesome double porch doors that are right off your living room. And what I like is that they have this kind of grate in front of them, so if you wanted on a nice day, if you wanted to just leave them open and enjoy the fresh air, you could. So if you have a child going to North Kansas City, you can even see right now as we're filming this, the police have blocked off this crosswalk so that as school gets out, as students load into the buses, there's no traffic. So you can see right there that that's actually happening right now. It's not a dangerous situation. You can see students are walking around right now, but if you lived in this location and you wanted to get somewhere, then I could see it being slightly annoying, because every school day that's going to happen. And it's probably gonna happen in the morning too as students are being dropped off. Come over here and you can see what I really like about this home is it has a formal dining room. The formal dining room is a key for homes that I live in because we gather so much. It's a pretty big one too. You can see this table is probably a 6-foot table. Fit 6 people around here, no problem. You've got this chandelier that hangs a little bit lower. You've got plenty of room here. You know, I'll tell you a quick story. I was just showing a home, and when you take this table away, this chandelier hangs really low. And one of my clients was like, man, this chandelier hangs like super low. I can't even walk around there. And you know, even me, I spend a lot of time in homes. We both sat around this chandelier like puzzling, like, what could this possibly be for? And it was just a dining room chandelier. So I make that mistake sometimes too, but that's why the chandelier is so low, because it's intended to have a table underneath it. Come into this area and you can see, here's the kitchen. Okay, one of my clients gave me a good terminology to use for the kitchen. They said, is it like a 1-butt kitchen or a 2-butt kitchen? And they explained to me, if it's a 1-butt kitchen, you can only put one person in their butt in there as they're cooking. If it's a 2-butt kitchen, you can have somebody to the side. If it's like a 3-butt kitchen, so I was like, I like that. I'm gonna use that terminology from now on. I think this is like a 2-butt kitchen. You have one person here and one person there at most. But this is kind of spread out, and you can probably see through the camera that, again, this place does need some work. The flooring in the kitchen, this hardwood needs to be refinished. The cabinets definitely need to be redone. If we can look past all that, look over here. Really cool breakfast nook. I would love to spend quiet mornings here, just reading before the kids get up. This would be kind of where Emily and I would hang out before the kids get up. Right now it's our living room, but the kids are just getting up earlier and earlier. So we don't have too much time together nowadays, but we would spend it right here because you have this nice windowed panoramic view of everything. Let's go upstairs and I'll show you what the bedrooms look like in this house. So as we go upstairs, you have no bedrooms on the main level. All the bedrooms are on the second level. So let's walk up here and you can see these hardwoods are actually not too bad. And this is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house. So this home has this bathroom here. As you take a look into it, you can see that, of course, some of the tile needs to be redone, but the tile is probably original, and you can also see the backsplash behind the shower also needs to be redone as well. Coming to here to bedroom number 1, and in these rooms, I don't know if there's necessarily like a primary bedroom. There can be, especially if one's bigger than the other, but This room has a fantastic view. You get the house next door, and then you get the rest of North Kansas City. We've already been down to Armour Road, so you can literally walk down to everything that Armour Road has to offer from this location, which is why this is still a prime piece of real estate, even though it does need a ton of work. If you put a lot of work into this and you fixed it up really nicely, you could really have a great product, a great finished product on your hands. But again, this would require a lot of work and you'd have to be willing to do it. Bedroom number 2. Coming into this room, you've got a pretty sizable secondary bedroom. This actually might be called what you might use as your primary. You could fit a king size bed in here with some furniture, but let's go see the last bedroom so that you can decide. Here's the last bedroom. I would say it's the strangest shaped out of all the bedrooms. You might stick a bed way up in here if you wanted to. I guess you could stick a bed. Yeah, you probably need to stick your bed in here because of the kind of L shape of this room. You need to be able to access your closet. So what this room would be great for my two boys, my two oldest boys, they're 5 and 4. I would put one here, and then that way, every night they're always like playing, running around, doing crazy things. I kind of keep them a little bit separated so that they're more prone to sleep. But that's what I would use this room for. Now, even though this home is in rougher condition, it still could be had for a pretty good price, and you might be able to budget the repairs that you need for the price that this home is selling for. This home is on the market right now for $245,000, and it just went through a recent price decrease. And that's one thing, look, you may not know this, but we can also help you sell your home in Kansas City. If your home is in Kansas City, we can definitely help you sell your home. 816-4MOVE-KC. You need to price your home correctly or it will sit on the market for a little bit longer because this market is a little bit different than the rest of the markets that we've been experiencing for the past few years. This is Mackin Park. Mackin Park is located just kind of the north part of North Kansas City. So if we go north, you're out of North Kansas City. This is an awesome park. When we used to go to church down at Emmaus, we would have church picnics out at Mackin Park, and it's a great location. You've got the playground behind me, you've got baseball fields on either side, a soccer field and football field over there. And then if you go over there, you get to Wagon Tails, not Wagon Trails, Wagon Tails Dog Park, which is a really cool dog park that has one side for big dogs, one side for small dogs. So we used to go there all the time when we lived in Gladstone. We would take Albus, our dog, our big Mastiff, and he would go over to Wagon Tails and have a great time, let him run around, hang out with the other dogs, do whatever. So this is Mackin Park. So we're back in North Kansas City. This home is on the market behind me. It's actually a really tidy home. It's very clean. There's not much maintenance to be done with it. Everything is ready for you to move in. But before we go inside, if you haven't subscribed to our channel and if you haven't liked this video, please do so right now. It does help us get our content out to different people who are looking to relocate to Kansas City. So come on inside and we're gonna check out this home that is on the market right now. First, you're gonna see the street, okay? I have been up and down this street. This is an awesome street. It's super close to Armour Road. We've already seen that. If you could see downtown from here really easily, especially when you get up with the drone. I mean, you're really only probably 8 to 10 minutes, depending on where you're going downtown to get to downtown. And then, like I said before in the intro, if you need to go up north, like if you have friends up in the Northland and they have kids and they live up in the suburbs, you're probably 5-10 minutes away, depending on where they live up north. So it's really in the heart of everything. You can get to anywhere in the Kansas City metro from this location. And this house, like I said, on the market right now. And one thing that you're gonna wanna notice is if you come into this porch area, this porch is temperature controlled. So you can see that there's a mini split. If you don't know what a mini split is, they've been getting more and more popular in especially these kind of areas that aren't supposed to be like year-round types of areas and you still want some type of temperature control. This is a much cheaper solution because it only heats this space and it does it a lot better than a window unit. It does it a lot better than those portable AC units that you can vent outside a window. This is a great solution for just heating or cooling this area. I would imagine this one probably only heats. Actually, you know what? This one heats and cools. I was gonna say this one probably only cools, but I was wrong about that. This one does heat and cool, so that's a great plus. And then you can spend your time out here looking out on the rest of North Kansas City. So you can see you've got a great view outside, and it's been fantastic. As we head into this family room, we can see that these wood floors are all beautifully redone. We did come from a house that needed some floors needing to be redone, and this is what it would look like if you did them. Beautiful, no scratches. They buff them all out. They polish them, they finish them, they put a clear coat on them or varnish. I'm not sure exactly how they do it, but they make sure that they're protected for times to come. Right off the front, you have this bedroom where, I mean, it is a tinier bedroom. You would probably not want to put anything bigger than a queen size bed in this bedroom, mostly because you kind of run out of room. But if you're the type of person that only sleeps in their bedrooms and doesn't really watch TV or hang out, this would be perfect. Good place to sleep. You could put a queen bed. In fact, if you didn't need anything else, like we don't have a TV in our bedroom, just put a king bed in here. Like our bedroom is about this size. We have a king and we're perfectly fine. Coming back out here, you can see that right off the main room is this really nicely renovated bathroom. I mean, it really is beautiful. It's well done, tile everywhere, big shower, rainfall shower head, double vanity, newer toilet. I mean, all the things that you could possibly want in a bathroom, this one has it. And then coming through here, you've got bedroom number 2. Now, one thing that you have to know about homes in North Kansas City, if you have a bigger family, if you need, like for us, we have a 4-bedroom and we have 3 biological kids, 2 foster kids, so there's 7 of us in that 4-bedroom. This is listed as a 2-bedroom. Now you'll see that as we go downstairs, there is more livable space downstairs, but this is going to be pretty tight if you are a family with multiple kids. If you could probably do this with 1 kid, maybe 2, it just depends. But what I see a lot with my clients who are living in North Kansas City is once they get to have, if they're a family, once they get to have a few kids, they're looking to move to different places. Now, if you're single and this is just a great spot for you, that would be awesome. If you're retiring, this is a great spot to live because I have plenty of clients coming to the metro who are retiring and they have kids all over the metro, and this is a great central location because I had one client who had a kid in Liberty and a kid in Gardner. Basically opposite ends of the metro, but they ended up kind of in the downtown area, and that was a great kind of split for them. This is also a great location for them to end up. So if you're looking to relocate, 816-4-MOVE-KC as we come to this other area. 816-4-MOVE-KC is our phone number. So just make sure that you're reaching out to us. It doesn't matter if you're like just about to buy a home or just about to think about buying a home. We would love to chat with you. 816-4-MOVE-KC is our number. So you coming off this main living room area, this would probably be, I don't know, probably a dining room, or if you didn't have enough room in the living area, you could extend the living area into this location. You can see there is a built-in office, which is a really nice touch. You can see the cabinets, the shelves and everything. And then the openness of this home is also pretty nice too, in that the kitchen just opens right up from this dining space. And this kitchen is a really nice kitchen. I would say this is probably the kitchen of a house that could be in a new build. This kitchen, granite countertops, beautiful gray cabinets that all look pretty good, pretty new. They've held up really well. You've got gas stove. I mean, this is a great kitchen, especially for the size of this house because, I mentioned before, this is like a 3-butt kitchen. You have 3 people here. You have 1 person cooking, 1 person prepping, 1 person, filleting the fish. I don't know, whatever you need to do in your kitchen. You have enough room for people to do it. And then you've got your freezer. And I will say, I see less and less freezers and refrigerator combos that have the side-by-side split and more of the drawer chest type. I really hate the drawer chest type. We have the drawer chest type that it opens up, like you pull the whole thing out, and it always gets so full. Like, this is so nice just seeing this, that it's all laid out. Like, I can get my tortillas or my biscuits or whatever, I don't know. I can have access to it, right? And then right off this is pretty unusual too, is that you do have laundry on the main level right off the kitchen. Now, of course, you'll have laundry in your kitchen, and if you're okay with that, then this is great. If you're not, then obviously you might want to find a different house. Let's go downstairs to the basement. Okay. Before we get down to the basement though, let's check out the backyard because this is a very quaint, really nice backyard. Come in here and you can see this nice little oasis. Honestly, this kind of reminds me of California. A lot of the backyards in California, they used to look like this, smaller areas, nice porch. You can see it's newer concrete too. And then you do have this covered porch so where you could pull your car all the way down your driveway and inside if you wanted to. This is a nice touch because it can get your car out of the weather, out of the elements. I mean, you know, I'm thinking back to a few months ago when we had like 5 or 6 inches of snow. It'd be nice to have this kind of carport so that you can pull out and not have any snow on your car. And then over here, you've got this nice little walkway all the way back to this little garden oasis as well. This is really cool. You've got this, I think that's probably a gas-powered little fire pit kind of thing there. And then you've got a nice little water feature that's a little bit more uncommon for Kansas City. So go and check that out. As we come back inside and head down to the basement, you can see that they've put this kind of epoxy seal on the concrete that's exposed in this basement area. I would say this is much, much more polished than a lot of the basements that you're gonna find, because some homes in North Kansas City, you can get homes that are like close to 100 years old. I mean, that's like, you're talking about like Midtown, Brookside home, you know, ages. So this is really nice, kind of keeps the water out, keeps the concrete, keeps the integrity nice. So come downstairs and you're gonna see what's down here. So first, you've got this, I would call this a wet bar type of area, maybe a game room. And like I said, the ceilings are pretty low. I'm about 6 feet, maybe a smidge, just over 6 feet in my shoes. You can see I don't have much room, much clearance. So if you're much taller than I am, you can already see that it's gonna be kind of tight for you down here. But you can definitely use this for maybe a theater, maybe, you know, I guess a pool table could fit right here. It's probably too small. You can see my wingspan's not super big, but you get a sense of what this is. And then in here, you do have a little closet just for storage, whatever you want to throw down here. I'd probably throw a table down here, and this would be my poker room setup. Put some drinks down here, and you have your nice wet bar poker room setup. Come on down this side. And then one of the more surprising things about this home is this bathroom that's downstairs. You could see not only is it nicely finished, just like the bathroom upstairs, you've got, you know, premium tile, you've got luxury plank, but you have this huge soaking tub that it is jetted?
It is jetted.
Okay. You have this huge soaking tub that is jetted, so if you wanted to come relax down here, this would be one of the perfect places to do it. I mean, this is a great bathroom for a basement. I would say one of the best that I've seen in Kansas City. And you can also notice those, you know, I guess those LED candles really provide a nice touch for this North Kansas City home. Now you can have all of this, including this beautifully finished basement, for $409,000. It's on the market right now. Comment below, do you think this is too expensive? Do you think that this is the right price for this home, especially given all the finishes and the premium location of being in North Kansas City? Comment below, let me know. And if you don't like North Kansas City and you want to go somewhere else, click right here.